2017 at the Twitch booth. We are talking about games all day long. Day 3, we have made it. Pow has made it. One of her eyes have made it.
We won't talk about that.
And the guys from Moonlighter have also made it to the comfy couch. Welcome to the comfy couch.
Hi, thank you. Thanks for having us.
Guys, now I understand you guys have gameplay ready. You guys are ready to just jump right in, show us what Moonlighter's all about.
Yeah, sure, let's go ahead.
Nice.
Let's go ahead.
But while you're jumping in, break it down. What is
Okay.
Moonlighter? Is this like a lighter you can light on the moon?
Not at all. It comes from the word that means that you have two jobs, one during the day and one during the night, because the game is about a shopkeeper that dreams of being a hero. So you play as the typical shop owner of an RPG, but to sell loot to your customers, you need to go to the dungeons and kill the enemies yourself. So you gather all those treasures, and then you bring those items back to your shop and you sell those. So it has this dual side to it. So Moonlighter felt like, you know, a good name for this kind of overemployed shopkeeper that is trying to make a living, you know, through the hard work of killing and killing and killing enemies.
I love it. The hustle never sleeps. Always on the move, always making...
Yeah, well, he goes to sleep, but like, probably for a few hours, because every time you go to sleep, it moves from daytime to nighttime. During the nighttime, it's better to go to the dungeons, and during the daytime, you can go to the rest of your town and maybe craft a stuff on the blacksmith or enchant things on the witch. What we're doing right now is we just opened the shop. We're selling
wow, it's
items.
a busy shop.
Yeah, so there's a small mechanic here where you set prices to the items, and when you find something on the dungeons, you will be like wondering, okay, is this worth a lot of money, or this is like super cheap? And you don't really know, so you need to test the prices. So you open the shop, put some prices on the tags, and see the reactions of their customers. Some of them will hate it and will be like, okay, this is super expensive, screw you, I'm leaving the shop. And maybe some others will be like, okay, this is a bargain, and you don't want to do that. You want to sell at the right price. So basically, you need to make as much gold as possible every time you enter the dungeons. For example, we just got a bargain for this big guy with the armor. So that was probably not very good. And yeah, the basic idea is that the dungeon part is a roguelike game where every time you enter the dungeons, they are new. It's procedurally generated.
I love it. I'm already in.
Yeah, it's like, you know, games like Rogue Legacy or The Binding of Isaac.
Yeah.
Those are huge references for
Very
us.
cool.
Nice.
So during the night, we can go to the dungeons and you will see the combat part of it. But it's not really about killing enemies, you know? We don't have experience system, we don't have leveling systems. What you have is trying to find the right items, because that's where the money is, and money is the only way you're gonna get stronger. Money is the only way you're gonna upgrade your shop, you know, bring back to life. You can invest in the other merchants so they will craft better armor, better weapons, new weapons, a bow, a great sword for you. So you will be even better at going deeper into the dungeons.
Okay.
So
That's
it has
so
these two sides.
cool.
Oh, thank you so much. That's the witch. That's the only commerce that is, obviously, she's a witch, so she never sleeps. And
Hey,
she's
I like
open
her witchy
night.
hair.
Which is convenient, because
You
that
know?
way you can craft potions before you go to the dungeons.
I'm into it.
That's where Pal gets her hair done.
Pretty much.
Same
Okay.
same salon.
Yep.
So now we are leaving the town and we are heading into the dungeons. For this demo, we can only enter the one on the left, but the 4 dungeons are available on the game. But if you enter too early to the other ones, you're going to be destroyed, because this is a roguelike. So you can enter, you will last for 3 seconds, and then you will learn the hard way that you should stick to the first one, and slowly try to get better, get gold, you know, and eventually beat the 4 dungeons, the 4 big bosses fights that we have at the end of each dungeon, and hopefully open this mysterious door that nobody has ever opened, and that will answer the question, because there's a story to the game, there's a narrative of why these strange multi-dimensional dungeons exist in the first place. So Will's goal is to explain why this town was created right to this like source of wealth, like a mine, like a gold mine, you know? So yeah, we are fighting a few turrets, and we are being quite bad at it right now.
Those turrets are no joke.
No.
Tuck and roll, my friend. Tuck and roll.
Hold your breath.
I think we
Clench
should
all the
skip this
muscles.
room because it was a little hard. Maybe heal ourselves. The game is super hard, okay? The game is, I know it looks super cute with all the pixel art,
I
but
like that
it's
you're
hard.
being really upfront about that, you know, because it is very beautiful and
Exactly.
cute looking, but don't
It's
let
cute and
that
adorable, but it will wreck your soul.
Yes.
There's no mercy given.
Yeah. I mean, eventually you get stronger and eventually you beat it. It's fine, but it's not super easy at all. It's something that is really a challenge. And like you say, you know, it's cute and the pixel art goes to that way, but it's a challenging game. It really is.
I think it's a nice combination, though, you know, because you can look at it and think one thing, but the experience you get from it is something completely different.
Yeah.
Up like that.
Oh my goodness, that turret.
Let's skip this room. You can obviously. This is not like the Binding of Isaac, where all the rooms are closed and you need to defeat all the enemies.
Right.
Some rooms are like that, but on some rooms you can simply ignore the enemies and keep moving, because what you want to find is the chest. You want to find the chests that have the good loot and the valuable items. So let's see if we can find one of those places. Maybe skip this room too, because otherwise we might die.
I love the confidence in your teammate.
I love this.
Maybe don't go in there.
I have confidence in the game. I have confidence in the game.
Hey, that's all we need.
He can beat
here.
us.
So
let's use the spear.
are these what are these enemies called? Do you guys have a name for these?
Well, we have like internal names. This is a tangle, for example, which is a kind of autonomous bush or something like that walks around. These are obviously slimes, and we have like sword golems, but it's basically internal names. We have names for every item. Maybe we can open the merchant notebook so they see
Yeah, sure.
that we have
go.
like a huge list of all the items that are in the
like
game
that.
for each of the cultures. And on the right, you can see the selling and reactions, which is the last prices that you put for an item. So
the popularity would be like if it's a rare item, you could sell it on your shop for
Exactly, and there is
higher
also a
value.
supply and demand thing going on. So if you
Okay.
sell too much of something, the prices will go down and nobody will want it. And if you don't sell a lot of it, everybody will be craving for that. So maybe you can put a higher price to that.
All right.
So you need, when you're in the dungeons, what you always have in mind is gold. How can I make the most of this run? How can I get the most valuable items?
So it's possible to just screw yourself. Like you can just completely keep making mistakes and then it's going to be game over.
It will not game over. You will always be able to continue to enter and start with a basic weapon again. But you can make serious mistakes like losing all your weapons after dying. I mean, what you have equipped, you never lose it.
Okay.
But if it's on inventory, when you die, you lose everything you're carrying. So you don't want to die. You want to find the good items, and then there is an object that allows you to live safely, paying some gold. So what you want to do is go to the dungeons, find the good items, the valuable
nice
ones.
dodging right
and then
there. Woo!
He's like, anybody saw that? You guys saw that, right?
I saw it. I'm watching. I'm watching.
So it's possible to, do the weapons break over time? Is there some sort of like, if I find like the greatest or craft the greatest sword possible, I can just hold on to that and never have to worry about anything else?
No. It's not like Breath of the Wild. You're not continually breaking weapons. When you craft something, you are able to keep it, but the idea is that you can upgrade your weapons. So if you want to advance in the game, you need to upgrade all your weapons. There are many different types of weapons with passive abilities and etc. So to do that, you need gold, obviously, but when you craft something, you keep it. You keep it with you.
But so if I craft something that's super awesome,
Yep.
and say like a sword, for instance,
Yep.
but then I craft an even better sword, but I'm only holding one, and if I die, do I lose the other one?
No, you can for example sell it.
Oh, okay.
You
Oh
can
my
sell it
goodness.
on your shop.
Oh my goodness!
Go down.
With a
We're gonna
sliver
die.
of health,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
has
Yeah,
made it.
there you go.
Oh wait!
Smart. I like
Oh,
that.
no.
I like that approach. Jump off jump off the side.
Yes.
Spoke too soon.
So here we died. So we're gonna go back to the town, and we lose everything you're carrying on your back except the first row. So you keep some
Wrecked.
items. You can get something that you can at least sell for some gold on the shop. But this is not the good way out. Dodging is not the good way out. Okay.
It's the quick way out.
Wait,
it's not the best way
he
out.
just fall down?
Yeah, they just threw him out.
Yeah.
They just threw it.
Just expelled him.
Kicked out
Yeah.
of the dimensional dungeon. Yeah.
Oh
So,
man.
for example, we will need to sell some items, get some gold, and maybe craft them on the blacksmith, which will be kind enough to craft you maybe a bigger sword and shield, or maybe a great sword, a spear, bows. This is still under development. We have many different types of weapons that you can
Look at the
craft
crossbow.
slowly as you progress. But everything is done through gold. We want the player to have like this gold fever of everything I do is in the
Give me
end
the gold,
about
give me the gold,
selling.
give me the gold, give me the
Yeah,
gold. Gotta get the gold,
you
gotta get the gold.
cannot pick the game if you are a bad shopkeeper. You need to
Oh.
sell cool stuff to make it.
And you said there's no upgrading of the character itself. So do you get
Exactly.
like, is there something that gives you more health? Is
Yeah,
it-
you have armors.
Okay.
You can equip armors to get more health, and it's crucial because otherwise you will die very quickly on the more advanced dungeons.
Is there a hindrance to like if I get like if I craft a giant armor, is that gonna make me slower?
Yes, some weapons are like that. If you equip some weapons, you're going to be a little slower. The same happens with
And
armor.
is there like potions to help you kind of have all this equipped and used to your advantage?
Sorry, can you repeat?
Can you have like certain potions help you
Yes,
with your
yes.
certain equipped items?
Yeah. You have potions to give you like passive abilities, like speed up yourself or.
Yeah.
or
So if you
change-
have like a heavy armor, that would probably. help
Exactly. You can like counter it with a
balance it,
speed up
yeah.
potion, that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah. You can also upgrade your shop and have a bigger shop. You can customize your shop. You can like place. For example, when you defeat a boss, you will get a trophy that will allow you to put something special in your shop that will make you sell, for example, a little quicker or a little more money. So
All
That
right.
kind of stuff is very nice. Okay, this is a healing place, so this is like a Japanese onsen where you can chill for a
Wait.
second
Oh, yeah.
and get your HP back, which might be handy if we start getting hit like that. So yeah, maybe let's go back to the
Back
onsen.
to the jacuzzi,
Yeah,
please.
back to the onsen. Get the salty bathness.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, soon,
Oh,
soon,
yeah.
Japan, soon. You and I will be one.
Oh, Japan.
Can't wait. Next month, it's going down.
It's great, it's great. But onsens can be surprising, you know, they are like really, really hot.
Yeah, oh yeah, I am well aware. But the game looks really, really hot. When are we going to be able to get our hands on the game itself?
Well, we are aiming at the end of this year or January next year. That's
Okay.
like our aim. We are currently, the game is finished, so you can play it from beginning to end. We are like polishing stuff and preparing it for the ports to consoles. It's going to be launched on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, hopefully Switch. We're working on that.
Ooh.
Nice.
And of course, PC, Steam, etc. Yeah.
Awesome.
Wow, congratulations. It's
Well, best of
beautiful.
luck on finishing it, making everything happen. Can't wait to get my hands on some Moonlighter. I love that roguiness. I'm all in.
Okay,
I'm in.
thank you so much.
Thank you guys for joining us. And we will be back.